Welcome back, DoomTubers. It is time for the July pickups video. And once again, this month, definitely a slow month as far as pickups are concerned, but definitely some quality items here. Did a trade on Atari Age for some really good stuff, and picked up a very anticipated title or two for me. Ones I was anticipating, and that doesn't necessarily mean they were new releases either. It just means they were really anticipated. But we'll start off simply with a couple of movies. One of them wasn't actually even a pickup per se. My sister-in-law brought over a stack of movies that were actually ours that we owned. She was borrowing them. She lives just right behind me, so it's not a big deal for her to borrow movies. And she had this one and didn't want it anymore, so she just brought it over with our movies. It is actually a double feature. We have Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke, and Cheech and Chong, Still Smoking. A couple of classics. I've actually never seen Still Smoking, but I've seen Up in Smoke dozens and dozens of times. It is one of my favorite movies. For some reason, I really enjoy it. I can't identify with anything going on in the movie. But it's just a funny movie. I get a kick out of it. But yeah, I look forward to checking out Still Smoking. I've seen some other Cheech and Chong movies. I've seen like The Next Movie and Nice Dreams, I think, are the other two that I've seen. But I don't think I've seen this one. So we'll check that out sometime for sure. And then the other one that I picked up, the other movie I picked up, is actually one that I already had on DVD, but I found it at my local thrift store for just $1 on Blu-ray, and that is A Scanner Darkly. So it was kind of a no-brainer. Decided, what the heck, for $1, I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. So now I have an extra DVD copy. It's just a loose copy that I bought at the dollar store for a couple bucks, not too long ago, but now I have a duplicate. Next up is I'll show you a pickup that I actually got in today. Today is actually August 1st, so technically this isn't a July pickup, but she found it in July. Whitney found this deal for me again on Facebook for just $10, and it's nothing fantastic. And for this is for my super retro gamer friends to enjoy this pickup. She found it was for $10. It was just a lot of small lot of Atari 2600 stuff, including 2 joysticks in very good shape, very tight. Like these feel brand new. I guess I've never held a brand new one, so I couldn't judge for sure. But I mean they're in perfect shape, and the joysticks are very, very, very tight. So yeah, they feel really new. So those, and then 5 complete in-box games. Once again, nothing fantastic, and the boxes aren't in the greatest of shape, but oh well. Of course, the best quality box is actually the worst game of the lot, and that is Combat. Not that Combat is a bad game, but it's super common, and the cartridge is like so mint. It's nuts. So yeah, there's Combat. Who doesn't have Combat if you have an Atari 2600, honestly? Let's see here. We have Breakout. Once again, the boxes aren't in the greatest of shape, but the cartridges are nice, and these all do have manuals too. So the cartridge is in good shape. So there's that. Breakout. Space Invaders. I was hoping that it was the picture label version, but it's not. I do have this exact version. I have a Breakout too. Actually, didn't have a Combat, but that's because I had gotten rid of several because I didn't really want it. Next up, Laser Blast, and Laser Blast, the box is in pretty good shape. This game, I like this game. It's not the greatest. It's just another space shooter. But what I will say about this game is this is probably the best looking Activision label I have personally ever seen. Most of these Activision labels are really have what in the biz they call Actiplaque, and something to do with the glue that was used by Activision in these labels to put these labels on the cartridges that really like seep through the label, and they look just like really dirty. They look almost moldy. But if my cards, Atari 2600 cards, were closer to me right now, I'd grab one and show you. But for you that know what I'm talking about, I mean, you can kind of tell it's got a little bit of dinge on the front label there, or on the top, I guess. But really looks really clean on the top there. So yeah, there's a little bit of the active plaque right there. But yeah, Laser Blast, I mean, it's an okay game, but just the fact that the label is in such good shape was pretty cool. So most of these, I think 3 out of 5 of these were just duplicates for me, but they're all label upgrades, and I don't have any of the boxes. So man, I don't know if I'll keep the boxes either. Just I might, if somebody wants them on Atari Age or something, I might have to make somebody's day. So yeah, Missile Command is the last one. This one actually is the picture label on that one. So there you go, Missile Command. 5 Atari 2600 games and a couple of joysticks and a couple of other odds and ends here. Just they were in the bag. These are Atari catalogs, classic catalogs. I'm sure they came in the boxes with cartridges. They just talk about different games that you can buy for the Atari VCS or 2600, because you know that's what it was originally called before it was called the 2600. Just, you know, like different pictures, different cool animations for how these games don't really look on the Atari 2600, and then also a VCS owner's manuals. That was pretty cool for an original 2600 console. So there you go. That is the box of Atari swag that I picked up tonight for just $10. So that for $10, that was really great. Even if it was just for the couple of games that I don't have, and for the label upgrades, $10, whatever. You know, it's not a big deal. Okay, next up is a trade I did on Atari Age. I got rid of a couple of titles in my collection that I really wasn't interested in playing anymore, and upgraded to a few titles that I was really interested in. First off is this was actually brand new, and this was just kind of a throw-in because I just needed like one more thing to make the value kind of even out. And I know that's not, you know, necessarily what it's about, but whatever. I just went ahead and did it, and I threw in a copy of Funky Barn for the Wii U. It's a Wii U game, and I'm kind of obsessed with farm sim type games, so I decided, what the heck, I'll give this a shot. I've watched a couple of reviews here and there, a little bit of gameplay. It looks like fun, sounds okay, so it's cheap. I think it's just a few bucks, you know, on Amazon or something like that. So if you're looking for kind of a quirky Wii U game, you know, for really cheap, there you go. Funky Barn might be something you want to look into. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to sometime soon, hopefully. Also threw in a copy. This was actually disc only. It did come in a case with a reprint cover, but I actually have since also reprinted it again because just looked like crap. The reprint looked like crap, and it is for Rogue Galaxy for the PlayStation 2, a level 5 kind of action RPG. Looking forward to playing that. I hear really great things about it, and I hear it's kind of lengthy, but yeah, I mean, PS2 RPG that I didn't really want to buy it disc only, but it really wasn't a big deal because ultimately I play the disc and not the case. So I'm okay with sometimes, you know, depending on the title, with just reprinting. You know, for certain things, of course, I would much rather have a complete copy of, but I don't necessarily always go out of my way, especially for this, and since it was a trade, I didn't actually have to pay anything, and you know, it was available. So it's like, whatever. Maybe down the road, if I feel like it, I can buy a complete copy, because I don't think it's a really expensive game, considering how expensive, you know, RPGs tend to be nowadays. I think Rogue Galaxy is like $20 to $25 for a complete copy on PlayStation 2. I really don't know. And then the last part of the trade, actually kind of the the big ticket item for the trade, the one that I was looking forward to the most. It is still a game that I have yet to start. Actually, I barely. I popped it in the other evening and kind of named my character and barely got started. Haven't actually done anything yet. And that is Rune Factory 4 for the 3DS. This is actually a very, very anticipated game for me. This came out last October, I think it was, something like that, and I just never got around to picking up a copy. And this was actually brand new as well, so this was actually very, very nice to find in that person's available trade list, because they actually contacted me first, because I had put up a list of things I had available for trade, and they said, hey, look through my trade list and see what I've got, and this was in there, and I could not pass that up. So I'm very happy to have this. Shocked still that I haven't started it yet, but actually been playing some other games and haven't had a ton of time, so I have not dove into this yet, but I plan to very, very soon, because I love Rune Factory and I love the 3DS, and they're Rune Factory on a 3DS. Okay, now the last two items are two also very anticipated items to add to my collection. Actually, before I get to that, I forgot this whole list of digital games that I wrote down. First off, I didn't partake in the Steam summer sale this year. I wanted to, kind of. There was a few things that I probably could have pulled the trigger on if I wanted to, but I just passed it up. I'll get the games eventually. It's just there's nothing in my Steam wish list right now that is really pressing, that I really want to play. That no games in there right now that if they were to go on sale and I bought them, that I would be like interested in playing them right away. So for that reason alone, I decided to just save my money. But then right after the sale ended, there was a couple of games that I grabbed. I did grab Quake 2 because I was just really interested in playing Quake 2 on PC, because I played it on console, and I just really wanted to go back and experience it on PC the way it was kind of meant to be played. And I haven't played very much of it yet, but a little bit here and there. I'd really like to play some multiplayer. Some deathmatch on Quake 2 on the PC would be really fun. And also Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition, which is the complete edition of Duke Nukem 3D, containing all of the extra DLC and all this other stuff that for the original Duke Nukem 3D, which is a game I'm sad to say I've never actually beaten. I've only played the first couple of levels that were available on the shareware version of the game. Never had a complete version of the game until now. So now I have all of it. So I really need to go back and play this. It's a shame, for as big as a first-person shooter fan as I am, that I have never fully played the greatness that is Duke Nukem 3D. But I will remedy that very soon. Also picked up Paper Mario for the original Paper Mario for the N64, but I picked it up on the Virtual Console. I cashed in some Club Nintendo points to get it. It said it was for the Wii U, but technically it's for the Wii. You have to go into the Wii menu and the Wii Virtual Console in order to redeem the code, so you still have to play with a Wiimote and either nunchuck or the Pro Controller in the Wii menu. You cannot play it on the Wii U standard, which sucks because I really wanted to play it on the gamepad, but whatever. And also on the Wii U, I haven't actually redeemed this yet. I think this will actually be on the Wii U. My wonderful Club Nintendo Elite reward this year, I went ahead and picked up Metroid for the Wii U, because I couldn't figure out, there really wasn't anything else that I wanted. Because I just qualified for gold. I didn't qualify for platinum. There was a couple of games on platinum that if I had platinum status, I would like, okay, that wouldn't be bad. But there really wasn't anything spectacular on either list. So I went ahead and got Metroid on the Wii U. I think it's on the Wii U. It's either on the Wii U or on the 3DS. I honestly can't remember now that I'm thinking about it. One or the other. And then also PSN had a flash sale a couple of weeks ago for a bunch of PS1 classics and some other PSN titles for just 99 cents each. So I spent $5 and got Wild Arms 1 and 2 PS1 classics, Legend of Dragoon, Harvest Moon Back to Nature, which is also a PS1 classic, and then one PSN game, The Cave, on PSN. So yeah, $5 for PSN flash sale, not a bad deal, but I don't know when I'll get to any of those games. It's one of those things, it's like, yeah, I want to play Wild Arms and Wild Arms 2, but I have no idea when I'll actually play them, because they're, you know, kind of lengthy RPGs, and I'm just so slow at playing RPGs in general. As much as I do enjoy them, I am not very good at completing them. Last two things that I have to show in the pickup video, definitely the best for last kind of thing going on here. I did pick up Wolfenstein: The New Order, a very anticipated game of mine. I did beat this already, and I put a discussion video up. I don't know if it was just my last video, I don't know. Not that long ago, I put up a discussion video about Wolfenstein: The New Order. It is a fantastic game. I did buy it on the 360, and it is 4 discs on the 360. So unless you're like me and just enjoy playing first-person shooters on the 360, I would probably go with the PlayStation 3 version or the next-gen console version if that's what you've got. If you've got a PS4 or an Xbox One, get one of those versions, because I'm sure that they are just 1 disc, and I'm sure they look a little bit better. Although I won't take away anything from this version. I haven't seen the PS4 or Xbox One versions, but this looks great even for being a 360 game. It's really fantastic looking, sounding, and playing. This is a fantastic game. And last and certainly not least, a game I've been looking forward to buying for a very long time, and I had sold a few things on Atari Age. You know, people had PayPal'd me some money, and I had sent off some games, so I figured, what the heck, got a little bit of money in the PayPal account, and my buddy Oaks25 had tipped me off about this very title going up on eBay for just $13 with free shipping. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger and finally got a copy of Final Doom for the PlayStation. Very happy to have this. Like I said, $13. It was kind of a no-brainer. Even if I didn't have the money in the PayPal account, I would have, you know, just got it out of the bank account to do it, because that was a really good deal. And normally it goes for, I think, anywhere from $20 to $25. And, you know, usually has shipping and things like that. I'm really not sure. I haven't actually been keeping that close to track on eBay, but $13 was a really good deal, and it's in perfect shape. You know, the case is not broken at all. The manual does have maybe a little bit, I don't know if it's water damage or if it's just crinkly a little bit. I don't know. It isn't the greatest manual ever, but it certainly isn't bad by any means. And the disc is in very nice shape, and yeah, no scratches at all really on the disc. I don't know how well you can see that. A little bit of a scuff there, looks like, but it works just fine. I have played it a little bit already. And one thing I didn't know about Final Doom as a physical release, I don't know if the PC version is like this or not, but it also not only does it have TNT Evolution and the Plutonian Experiment, but it's also got the Doom 2 Master Levels, which I think is just like 13 or so levels. Yeah, 13 levels of pure mayhem, which is pretty cool, because I actually have never beaten those. I know that they are on Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil also, but I don't know if it's on the PC version of Final Doom or not, but it's pretty cool that it's on here. So that's actually what I've tested out on this already. Played it on the PlayStation 3 and had some fun with it already, so I know that it works just fine. That is it for the pickups. Like I said, not a ton of stuff, but some pretty cool things. Some Atari swag, and a pretty cool trade that landed me Rune Factory 4, and of course 2 very anticipated games of mine. Anticipating adding it to my collection in the case of this one, and then anticipating playing it in the case of this one. So that is it for now. Thank you for watching. Doomwaves out.